Today we are planting our organic pink radish microgreen mini grow kits. And so to start off, we're going to take our coconut coir puck, put it in a bowl, and I've pre-measured 3/4 cups of water. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that. So we'll notice pretty quickly that the coconut coir is absorbing the water. It won't take very long for that coconut coir to absorb all that water. And the beautiful thing about coconut coir is it's OMRI certified organic. So this grow medium is one of the cleaner grow mediums that we can offer. It's a great grow medium for microgreens too because of all that absorption. So when we go to water our greens later, this absorption comes in really handy. So what I'm going to do is just kind of break this up a little and help it to finish off. It's a little dry in the center, but I'm just going to go ahead and mix that in. And this is going to be a beautiful grow medium for our microgreens. All right, so next we have our food grade trays. This is our whole tray. We're going to put our whole tray into one of our catch trays. All we're going to do now is just add that soil. I want to spread this soil as even as possible. So I'm just going to try to add this to make it nice and even. And I'm going to kind of press it down a little so I can flatten that surface out and just get every bit of soil that I can. And you'll notice now that I'm just kind of patting it down. What I also like to do now is just take this last tray and press it down so it's nice and flat, to have a nice flat grow surface. Makes it a little easier to ensure that our seeds are spread evenly across the grow medium. So next, I'm going to take our seed pack, and this is our pink radish that we're planting. And a technique I like to use is just kind of tap the side and just sprinkle the seeds out like this. Now you can use a spice shaker too, just from the kitchen, any spice shaker you have there. You'll notice here that I'm just going to put the rest of those seeds out. So the next step is we're going to mist this with some water. So a spray bottle with water that you have at home is perfect for this. Now the soil's already really wet, but I do want to make sure that the seeds are really good and soaked. So I'm just giving this a nice spray. Once this is wet, I'm going to take that last tray and put it right on top. And to ensure this stays moist, we're going to put a book on top, and we're going to leave this for 3 days. Put it in on a countertop or a desktop, and there's really nothing left to do, but I'll see you back here for the next part of the video. Hi everybody, we're back with our pink radish microgreen grow kit, and this has been in germination for 3 days, and we're going to take this out and bring it into the light. So we'll notice as you take this off that the tray on top is a little bit dry, and your conditions may vary, but if yours is dry like this one is, it might be a good idea to just give it a little bit of a misting on top. And this is just a way to actually just give that coconut coir a little bit of moisture. It will help with getting our tray started. So when you're taking microgreens out of germination, you'll notice that they're a little bit yellow because they haven't been exposed to light yet. And sometimes at the base of the microgreen where it's coming out of the soil, you might notice some root hairs. I don't really see root hairs that are here for this tray. If you do see those are just a normal part of the microgreen looking for a little bit of water. And so now we have to put them into light and give them a little bit of a drink. And I'm going to show you how we do that. So because our bottom tray has holes, we're going to water it on the bottom. We're just going to pour the water straight into the tray like this. And I'm putting approximately 3 to 5 tablespoons of water. So we don't need a lot of water. The roots will actually suck up that water just fine. And then we want to put it into a light source. So a good place to put it is in a windowsill where you're going to get good lighting. Also, a grow light is a great option. So we do offer the grow lights as an option. We recommend 12 hours of light, 12 hours off light. And having the greens in a space that has a little bit of airflow is also a good idea. So I wouldn't recommend putting a fan directly on the greens because it's going to dry out pretty quickly. But having a little bit of circulation of airflow in the room does help with the greens as well. So we'll be back with the next video to show you the next steps. Welcome back to our pink radish grow. And so this is at day 7, and we'll notice a couple of things about our greens. There's going to be 2 leaves that come out for this. This is the cotyledon stage, and we have 2 leaves. Right in the center where the stem splits, eventually we're going to have a 3rd leaf called the true leaf. If you see the true leaf, the greens are absolutely ready to cut. This stage, they're still ready to cut right now. So I want to harvest these. And so what I was going to do is go ahead and cut them close to the soil line. And I'm just going to go ahead and put those into a sealable container. I can seal these, put them in the fridge, and they'll keep for about 7 to 10 days. Another option is to put the entire kit into the fridge, and you can cut them as you go. In the fridge, they won't need to be watered, and you'll just cut them whenever you want to have a sandwich, a salad, a smoothie, a wrap, or anything of that nature. Once you cut your entire tray, you'll compost what's left, clean and wash the trays, then sanitize them using a little bit of vinegar and water, and you're ready for your next grow.